All right, folks, and welcome back to another edition of the Scioto Surf Report. I'm Jason, this is Jess. The Surf Report is now going to be underneath me in a ticker, but I can guarantee you it's not that good. All right, the side of the only tanks here are not flowing. They're flowing about 500 CFMs. That's cubic feet per second, actually, so it's not CFM, it's CFS. But we'll give you the exact daily surf report down in the ticker at the bottom. So Jess, let's talk about the CrossFit Games this year. You know, they did a lot of different things with the cuts and everything like that, but what was one of the things that surprised you this year?
Probably the Ruck event. That was most surprising to me.
You know, that's a great thing, you know, because what we got here right here is a ruck. So we wanted to talk a little bit about rucking and Go Ruck in general. Those of you that know me, know that I've done some rucking, some Go Ruck events, some toughs, some lights, 50-mile star courses, and so we just wanted to talk about that for a second. So Jess, what do you think rucking is?
A lot of the times I just see people carrying around some weights. Looks like they're wearing a backpack and just walking around.
Yeah, and I think by definition, rucking is walking or rucking with weight. And it doesn't need to be a Go Ruck backpack. It can be any backpack. It can be a Lululemon fancy pack. It could be a, inexpensive drawstring pack, though I wouldn't recommend that. It can be, a nice North Face pack or one of the Go Ruck made Go Ruck packs that they have. And so by definition, we just put in some weight in here. We got a nice 30-pound steel plate. We can load it up with dumbbells, kettlebells, even just sandbags, and we're just moving. So we're walking loaded. It's just the same idea as the weight vests, where the weight vests, we carry the weight more evenly distributed on the front and the back. With the rucksack, we're carrying it on the back, and it's maybe a little bit more functional. We all rucked as kids, right? Didn't you throw those books in that book bag, right? And you climb those hills of West Virginia to your private school?
To my private school.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe she had somebody that took the bags for her, but I think we all rucked, And, if you listen to your grandparents, right, it was 1 mile uphill both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow. That was never plowed, of course. So that was our first introduction to rucking. Rucking has a background and a lineage in the military. That's where the term rucking came from. And so we at CrossFit Scioto and in CrossFit in Columbus in general have now partnered with the newly formed Columbus Rucking Club and given every CrossFitter an opportunity to get out there and ruck. With the involvement in the CrossFit Games and the Rogue Invitational, which was before then, we've really seen that come into CrossFit, and that's great. It's another just getting out there an opportunity to move and a little bit of somewhat active recovery, I guess, just something a little bit different. Here at Scioto, we call everybody an athlete, and it might not be an athlete in a traditional sense. Well, this gives some of those non-traditional athletes an opportunity to do a different athletic pursuit like rucking. So we're doing it every Wednesday at 6 o'clock. It's not always here at CrossFit Scioto. You'll have to check out Columbus Rucking Club's Facebook page to find out exactly where it is. You can also go to ruckcbus.com and get that information. But there's a ruck at Wyman Woods, real close to here in Grandview, on Monday nights at 6 o'clock. There's a morning ruck I think also at Wyman Woods is where it starts, on Friday mornings. We have the Wednesday evening ruck in and around the Grandview area, and it will also finish with rehydration, as we like to call it for ruckers, which involves going out and maybe raising a glass of beer, of spiked seltzer, or if you're not a drinker, right, you can easily raise a glass of water or apple juice. And celebrate your ruck and enjoy the camaraderie of some folks. I think we are going to be adding a Tuesday night ruck up in Worthington. So the idea is to spread the ruck love around Columbus. So what do you think about that? What day do you want to sign up and do a little rucking?
Maybe Tuesdays.
Maybe Tuesday nights up in
Tuesday.
Worthington. It's going to be
Yeah,
close to where you
close to
live.
me. Yeah.
In that mansion up there. So she's very humble. Don't worry.
Oh my God.
All right, folks. Well, that's it for the Side of Surf report for today. Why don't you have a great day and surf's up.